What's up, guys?
Hey.
Welcome to the grim dark future.
Yes.
Where everything sucks. We're all gonna die. The orcs are going to shove chain axes up our asses.
What?
Every melee weapon has a gun attached, and every gun has a melee weapon attached.
Yes.
So
And they're all going up your ass, apparently.
they're all going up our ass. Unless you're Sly Marbo. That guy gets away with anything.
Yeah. Or you're this guy. I don't know.
This isn't Sly Marbo. So
Well, I know that, but
so we were asked to react to this lore series by what's his face, Caitlin? The one dude.
this guy's named Bricky, I think.
No, yeah, this is Bricky, but a fan asked
And in the comments.
in the comments.
That was not the dude telling us we needed Jesus for watching the furry cartoon.
Yeah. So if you want the context for why we're making this video, go see our reaction to Flash Gets Furry cartoon.
Yes.
But yeah, we're gonna go over this lore video. It's 40 minutes long. Probably just gonna be a highlight reel because you probably don't want to sit here and watch this lore video with us for 40 minutes.
Uh-huh.
We'll
Good
see.
night. We'll see.
We'll see. Unless I put my head up my own ass.
Well, I mean, you almost said put your head up our ass, which would really be an accomplishment.
It would be quite an interesting feat to get my head up two people's asses at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah, that's some high tier stuff.
Yep.
As someone who doesn't necessarily serve the Messiah, but someone who can appreciate them, you will not be getting my legs today, as I'll be replacing them with various things depending on which faction we are currently talking about, add a little bit more context and possible comedy to whatever the hell I am currently doing. So, hello everybody, my name is Bricky, and this is going to be a long video and a large project that has been going on for quite some time. This is, I need 2 hands for this.
Not as large as this guy's head.
Yeah.
Do you see the size of this guy's
I
head?
do. I do see the size of this guy's head.
This guy's head is huge.
He's like, hey, look, I need all of this space to store all of my nerdness. It's very important. Stewie Griffin has nothing on me.
He's like, you know that kid Dim from Zim? He got shit on me.
He's like, look here, bask in the glory of my frontal cortex.
Race in kind of a nutshell, explained a little bit of explanation, a little bit of lore, a little bit of talking about tabletop, mostly lore, what they're all about, and also a little bit of background for those of you who just have no clue what Warhammer 40,000 is. Now you see, Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000 is a universe people hear plenty of, but don't.
Who says Warhammer 40,000?
This guy, apparently.
It's Warhammer
40K.
Fucking heathen.
Yeah.
Don't know a whole lot about. They see, oh, there's these dudes in big power armor with.
And yes, I know 40K is just shorthand for 40,000. My point is, everyone calls it 40K, and it fucking sounds better that way. So shove it.
Chainsaw swords, and they got these big old green orcs, and there's some bugs over there, and everyone calls these guys weaves. And then there's these spiky bitches over here. I don't get it. I don't understand. Where do I start? Well, this video is particular.
You could start up your own ass.
Yep. With your big ass head.
Who have a little bit of knowledge, but you're kind of curious about the different races and factions in Warhammer. So overall, the Warhammer universe is vast when it comes to lore.
Not as vast as the inside of your ass.
After your head gets out of it.
Human, some are transhuman, like where they all have all these crazy ass.
Don't get canceled now.
You've got aliens and you've got the chaos factions, and there's so much to entail that I decided to embark on this project to tell you what each and every single one of them is about and what the Warhammer universe is about as well. To give at least
I like Luton's voice better.
To this extremely bloated but very, very.
Your head is
enjoyable.
extremely.
Like your head, yeah.
So I will be explaining will follow Warhammer 40K universe, at least all the factions you can play as, and some smaller factions here and there.
I'm such an asshole.
I'm not going to go too mega deep into the lore. I'm going to give you a pretty solid overview.
I went mega deep in your
factions
mom.
and discuss a little bit of the tabletop as well.
I had your mom on the tabletop.
This episode entirely Imperium of Man, because that takes up a fat chunk of Warhammer lore.
Just like your head
Yep.
takes up a fat chunk of your ass.
40,000 starts off is the year 40,000. The 41st millennium is in the year 40,000, 41,000 AD. You're already more knowledgeable. Let me read you a quote. First of many quotes in this video. It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 years, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth.
Sounds
He
like
is
your
the
dad.
master of mankind,
When he goes to the toilet.
by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology.
Sounds like
He
my
is the
insides.
Lord of Horus
Or more of just his dad / strip to the toilet.
never truly died. To be a man in such times is to be amongst untold billions. It is to live in the coolest.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure someone imagined it.
Forget the
Yep.
technology and science.
Oh, wait,
There's
it
so
does
much
say
has been
imaginable, not
forgotten,
unimaginable.
never to
Okay,
be
I rescinded that
relearned.
one.
Forget
That's
the promise of
that's
progress
Bricky
and
1.
Understanding, for in the grim, dark future, there is only war. There is no peace amongst the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter and the laughter of thirsting gods. Everything blows.
Your mom is a thirst
and
god.
it blows hard.
Your mom blows
Warhammer
hard.
is probably the dark and depressing universes ever in fiction. Or
Your
at least
mom
like
is dark
top
and
three.
depressing.
Everything
Oh, is that why his dad is contemplating his life and existential dread on the toilet?
war rages across the galaxy. Interstellar travel is only possible.
Your mom rages across the galaxy.
To a rotting carcass of a man who you believe to be your god. Demonic gods and just demons tear open the fabric of reality on a whim. Other Xenos or even other humans end up killing each other in untold billions across the galaxy.
Billions and billions and billions.
Slaughter and a bloodbath amongst everybody. Planets are deemed unrecoverable and are completely destroyed on a whim. Everything sucks.
It
That's
sounds like
Especially your mom.
See, everything in
sounds
life
like he's talking about today.
is kind of fun. Like humanity in its own right is a xenophobic, prejudice, and religious zealot group that kill each other just as much as they kill all of their enemies.
Oh,
But
the
they're not
radical
like
left must have controlled the
mid
future
to
then.
high tier
Yeah.
evil scale of Warhammer. Nobody is good. No matter who you are, everyone is some flavor, some color of evil. Whoever you pick, you are going to be the bad guy. But that's the fun of it. Because being the bad guy is badass. Villains are cool. They look cool. They got cool outfits. They got cool weapons. They got cool armies. Villains are cool, man. And when everyone is a villain, everyone is pretty cool. That's what makes this so charming. Is that
I now
everyone
hate
can
this
be
guy.
the bad guy. So let's talk
Yeah.
about the main bad guy, quote unquote, the Imperium of Man. The
This guy's analysis of 40K lore and the dynamics is, look, and I'm just gonna say it, it's smooth brain as fuck, bro.
Yes.
They're not all the bad guys. That's not the fucking moving on.
Imperium of Man is the main empire of the human race. All of humanity is under this one flag called the Imperium. About 10,000 years ago, there was a man. He was the emperor of mankind, a 10-foot tall psychic.
You know what else the entirety of mankind is under? His mom.
Oh my god.
Led humanity across the stars to colonize tons and tons of worlds, create superhuman soldiers, and really bring humanity to a new age.
You know what else Big E brought humanity into?
His mom?
Bricky, bro, if you watch this, just know this is all in good fun. I don't
Yes.
actually, but your
But-
mom.
But your mom.
This man, the Emperor of Mankind, was a psyker. And a psyker is like a magician of sorts. In the world of 40K, there is the warp, the immaterium, kind of like hell, but sort of like a purgatory dimension of hell. And a
The
psyker
warp makes
can
hell look
take
like
that
Sunday at
power
the
and
beach.
manifest it
Mm.
in their mind to use it to do stuff. Like
So it's not as boring.
stuff, spells, and lots of other things, but we don't want to get too into that. The Emperor, big boy psyker, top tier, A+, maybe even S. Now, the Emperor created a bunch of suns. Yes, created a bunch of suns.
Maybe even S.
He created 20.
Big E could expand the inside of your ass to
have them
infinite
lead
proportions
all of
with
the
a
different
thought.
regions of humanity,
Yep.
stars, and plans to help colonize.
Do you think that's why his head is so big?
Are
Probably.
basically like little versions of the Emperor. Not all of them are psychers, but a lot of them are very, very powerful, and they lead his special Space Marine legions. Then this big clusterfuck happened called the Horus Heresy, where the Emperor's favorite son, Chaos, and
Otherwise known as your existence.
9 of the 18, half of his Primarchs. To fight the Emperor himself. Now, if you're wondering what chaos is, remember what I mentioned earlier? The warp, that immaterium, the hellish place. In there relies the 4 chaos gods. Imagine like Satan and 3 other Satans. The warp being kind of evil, those chaos gods, that's the reason. And so those chaos gods manipulated Horus. And
I mean,
Horus helped
that's not
manipulate
really
all
the
8
reason.
other
That's a
Primarchs
gross
to lead this
oversimplification.
giant coup
Yeah.
directly on the Emperor on Earth. And they
Oh my.
after this huge civil war, Horus died, but not before brutally wounding the Emperor. And right at the end of his life, they put the Emperor on this large golden throne on Earth, in which he is now alive, just barely, but slowly rotting away, powering something called the Astronomicon, so long as he stays alive, and is fed 1,000 people a day. The Astronomicon is like the North Star.
He's not fed people. He's fed 1,000 souls.
Yeah.
That's an important distinction.
Yeah,
You
that's-
oversimplifying, big-headed, weird mouth-shaped motherfucker. You see his mouth right now, Caitlin?
Yes, I do.
This dude,
No.
it look
Oh my god.
what?
He's like, I'm giving you the Cliff Note version because I only got the Cliff Note version.
No, Caitlin, Caitlin, you've got to stop assuming people haven't read the thing. I'm serious.
I mean, but listen to him. It's all oversimplifications. Or
It's
he's
all
just putting
oversimplification.
cookies on the bottom shelf, and it's annoying.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing, Caitlin. He's explaining it like people are stupid. And look, let's not kid ourselves. Like,
But he's committing nerd heresy here.
he is committing nerd heresy. Okay, if you're stupid, you shouldn't try to get into nerd shit. I'm just saying. But
It's just because I'm disappointed.
Stupid people exist.
I know, but it's just because I'm disappointed, okay? I went into this expecting him to not be so stupid because he has a big head. And now
Interstellar travel in 40K, you need to pass through that demonic warp.
You mean your mom's vagina?
it's like, look, Here we go. Actual
Even-
footage of my birth from the GoPro on my way out.
They surgically implanted a GoPro in my mom's wound, strapped it to my head. This is the footage
And this is the footage.
as I was crowding out of my mom's box. Oh God. That's also why I'm stupid. They strapped it to my soft spot.
But they were very strategic in cutting out the very end of this footage where the doctor accidentally dropped me on my head.
Therefore, cramming the GoPro further into my soft spot.
Navigator right there. He helps navigate you to know where you're going. If you want to go from Earth to some crazy solar system across the
We
way,
might just upload this
go
whole
through
thing,
that warp,
Caitlin. This has
and then
been
you need to know where you're
like it
going,
went through your
go
mom.
there and pop it out. It's
Like I popped in your
doing
mom.
nether travel in Minecraft.
Like I traveled in your mom's nethers.
So long as the Emperor is alive,
Caitlin, zing, 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 right.
Zing, zing.
The moment he dies,
You could do your mom.
interstellar travel's gone for all of humanity. You're now since
Your
the
mom's so boned.
has fallen from grace substantially. All technology has started to dwindle and die. There is now giant fundamental religious,
Just like your dad's
machines
erections.
that now believe the Emperor of Mankind was a deity, a true living God, which is probably the last thing the Emperor would have wanted to be remembered for. So now you have
It's
this
exactly
thing
the
called
last thing he would have wanted to be remembered for. Hating religion was his whole shtick.
Right.
He is now the holy emperor God, the God emperor of mankind, and all of the Imperium has taken up worshiping him to the fullest extent and killing anything that is.
You know what else the whole Imperium has done, Caitlin?
His mom.
Hefty religious zealotry to them. If you think anything
Ah.
that's heretic, deserve to die. That is called being a heretic. Heretics die in 40K. There is no
Heretics
such thing
die
as
in
being
real
a
life.
religion. There is
Yeah.
Have you heard of Islam?
speech, so long as you are against the emperor. There is no such thing as any kind of tolerance. Everyone is a religious zealot. Some more than others, but no matter what, you're preaching that good word. So right now,
Your
everyone
mom
in
preaches
humanity
that good
is trying
head.
to expand. If you are a heretic, someone who doesn't believe in the emperor, you are deserving of death. If you believe in the chaos gods, you are also a heretic and you deserve death. If you are an alien race of any kind, you are a filthy Xenos and you deserve death as well. So long as the murder continues.
Come on, man. Say something else I can turn into a your mama joke.
Very, very happy. However,
I mean-
the largest fighting force of this Imperium is my personal favorite faction, and the first faction we'll discuss, the Astra Militarum, or also known as the Imperial Guard. The Imperial Guard is the main fighting force of the Imperium, and in a world of horrifying creatures, galactic
Bullet sponges.
monstrosities, the literal demons. are untold
Bullet sponges.
millions of
Bullet sponges.
women wearing modern day like flak armor with a laser rifle. This is the humble las gun, the main weapon of the Imperial Guard. It fires superheated plasma lasers at an extremely fast fire rate. It's
Man.
portable, never jams. It can blow up
No.
giant holes in concrete. It is overall
This makes me want to do like a real
modern day.
in-depth
Is
40K.
in the 40.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
Thing.
It's also jokingly referred to as a fleshlight by your dad.
Otherwise known as your mom.
Wait. Did you just insinuate that his mom was Slanesh, the hermaphrodite chaos god of sex and lust?
No, I was implying that the fleshlight was his mom. But you know.
Fuck you, man. Your mom's a bitch. Your mom's a fleshlight.
Woo!
Laser rifle. Weapons. That's the world we're in right now. But who cares? Because the Imperial Guard has in each battle.
I thought we were in your mom right now.
Of 30 large armored
Inside your mom?
artillery batteries. The Imperial Guard wins through sheer numbers and firepower. They kind of have this World War I
Like your dad
style aesthetic.
Wait, that's craziness, Dad. Caitlin, I don't think you know how this works, Caitlin. Did you forget how insult jokes work?
I'm alternating here.
Cracking the crust of the planet underneath the enemy's feet.
I remember one time I cracked the crust underneath my balls, staying up my room for weeks.
Was that while you were doing his mom?
Everything possible while the
Couple weeks after.
Tanks roll up behind them. Guns block out the sun and tanks.
You know what else blocks out the sun, Caitlin?
His mom.
Numbers and sheer sundering firepower. Line of defense in the Imperium.
Well, I was gonna say my dick.
Different kinds of regiments. The Cataclysm jungle fighters live in a death
Those dudes are
world
badass.
that's more hospitable than almost any firefight they'll ever get into. So they just have this steroid-looking, giant knife, rainbow predator-looking sons of bitches. Nothing is anywhere near as scary as.
If I remember right, this is where Slime Arbo is from.
The Valhallan winter soldiers who haven't felt their toes in 300 years. The Mordian Iron Guard, who are more interested in making
those guys
their
are
shoes
pussies
shine than actually fighting a battle. And then, of course, the big one, the Cadians from Cadia. The biggest export of guardsmen in the entirety of the Imperium. You will fire your first gun at 5. You will disassemble and reassemble it at 10. You will have pounding artillery drills day in and day out at 15. And you'll fight your first.
Sounds like your mom.
At 16. And if you mention Cadia, you will
Pounding drills every day at 5. You get it.
Yeah.
Like I do daily. To quote.
Wait.
And if you mention Cadia, you will burst into an unrelenting amount of tears and sadness like I do daily.
I believe you.
Yes.
I have in my command an entire battle group of the Imperial.
But usually it's just him looking in the mirror. Saying, why is my head so big?
Okay, you know what I just realized? We probably have 20 minutes of footage, and it's like
It's like 15 minutes into this video.
And we probably have 30 minutes of footage actually.
Oh my god.
So yeah, we're not gonna pause anymore.
Okay. Yo. Just gonna run through this.
Keep
Keep up, guys.
Just a regular man with a laser rifle being told to charge the horrors of this universe and
You need to charge the horrors of this universe, like your mom.
They actually represent the main Imperial Guard tactics pretty well. Large amounts of artillery, line of sight, lots of tanks, tons of infantry, drop troops, and gunships. Overall, they're pretty
Just
similar
like when
to
they
how
stormed
sound,
your mom.
although a little bit.
And this is the part where I don't know if you guys can hear Bricky.
The Angels of Death are up next.
Caitlin,
Space Marines are genetically engineered.
What did you say about Bricky?
I said this is the part where I don't know if you guys can hear Bricky because you muted,
Right.
and then I couldn't hear it.
People. And these are the specialized super
My bad.
soldiers that carry out a lot of the more specific tasks for the Imperium. And there's tons of legions of them. In fact, there's one per Primarch. Each Primarch, the Emperor's son, as I mentioned before, oversees their legion of Space Marines. The genetic
Primarchs.
based on
Is that what you call those finger bruises on your mom?
That's what brings them up to this like superhuman. Primarch has their own legion. Robot Girly Man has the Ultramarine. Has the White Scars. Rogel Dorn has the Imperial Fists.
Just grasping at straws.
The Imperial Fists. That's what I gave your mom.
Oh, May.
Which we'll discuss in a bit. Humorously enough, I don't have a whole lot to say about Space Marines. They're superhumanly fast. In fact, it's been said that nothing that large should move that quick. These men
That's what your mom said.
Faster, their skin is tougher. They are overall just soldiers. In fact, where they down to which Space Marine Legion we're talking about. For instance, Ultramarines done by Robot Gilliman are the main blue boys, strong in almost every way. All trades kind of group that are a little bit too strong, and that's a lore problem. But
real talk, the Space Marines helmets are so dope.
Are all about speed freaks, go fast. We're talking attack bikes. We're talking land speeders. You want to go in quick. You want to hit them hard. Around like buzz saws. With the speed of buzz saws.
It's okay, bro. We get it. You're stupid.
King. Salamanders
what?
Fire in the forge, fire in battle. Flamers, melta-guns, multi-melt.
Flamers.
As long as something can be burning, that's big. And they're also actually.
Jesus
Is that what
Christ.
everybody called you? That's what people called him when he was growing up.
Thing because
Yeah. Like I said, he was describing his boyfriends.
However, the Salamanders above the lives of themselves, which is actually rather rare. They're also all black, but not like just regular black, like 2 a.m. line at a White Castle black. Like they have a charcoal, dark, ashy.
What the fuck? Did this suddenly just turn? Whoa, dude.
Did he
This
just
just
make that
went-
joke?
This just went from 0 to racist in like
I mean,
1.
racist, or is it just like a really risque race joke? I don't want to go accusing a man of racism
I don't
here.
know, man. It's right there on the line.
Is it really racist to say black people eat at White Castle late at night?
But I mean, no. But like how far he leaned into that. I'm like, dude,
I think you're grasping at straws, Kate.
no, I don't know. His toes are on the line, man.
I don't know if
That's
that's
just, yeah.
it's like fantasy land anyway. Overall, salamanders are actually one of my personal favorite legions because they're just really cool. They're fun to play as because of all their flamer weapons, and they have a nice, like, more heartwarming lore as opposed to being super evil like everyone else is. Oh my god, we're not even a quarter of the way through the Space Marine legions. Imperial Fists believe in the power of the siege and defensive positions. Raven Guards, master of stealth and sabotage while having bird helmets. Iron Hands, masters of machines and vehicles while being really goddamn good at being sold on eBay after one nerf. Space Wolves,
It's
Vikings,
like, but
wolves, and
dude, you could. Oh,
fur everywhere. Space wolves, angry, big teeth. Blood angels, the genetic defect to make them want to drink blood and go crazy, called the red thirst. They have cupid wings and stuff. It's a little bit strange, and they are all super gay for Sanguinius. Dark angels are.
Yeah, bro, we all are.
Are you a heretic?
Wait, what?
Never.
Death Watch, fancy. Are gay for Sanguinius. Dark angels are old school knights and inner circle theme and. Are you a heretic?
Me? No, never.
Death Watch, fancy painting that nobody plays because Death Watch and look cool though, but no one plays them. I don't know about that. Watch, they're there though. Black Templars for the people who, if you haven't prayed at least 3 times a day, you're gonna start praying out that airlock, and I'm sure there's some other chapters.
You're gonna start praying out that airlock.
Those are the main ones right here. Here, quote from the Emperor himself. They shall be my finest warriors, these men who give of themselves to me. Like clay, I shall mold them.
Sounds kind of gay to me.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Steely sinew. In great armor I shall clad them, with the mightiest weapons shall they be armed. They will be untouched by plague or disease. No sickness shall blight them. They shall have such tactics, strategies, and machines that no foe will best them in battle. They are my bulwark against the terror. They are my defenders of humanity. They are my space marines, and they shall know no fear. And on the tabletop, they fuck. Oh, they fuck hard. As of making
Okay,
might change.
that was funny.
Space Marines, like a Swiss Army knife, a tool for anything you need, except it's like a gold-plated Swiss Army knife. It is extremely strong. If you are actually getting into the tabletop of Warhammer,
But gold isn't
Space
very
Marines
strong at
are
all.
Great.
No, but like you mean like a, I don't know, like a titanium
Sit back with
Swiss
large
Army knife?
weaponry,
Titanium
go
doesn't
fast
make good
running,
blades.
or even just
No.
all
No.
they're totally there for you. Space
Hmm.
Marines are super badass, but unfortunately, it's time we start praying to our new god, the 2011 Honda Civic.
So is it any wonder people are so is it
Praying to our new god, the 2011 Honda Civic.
so
I don't know anymore.
The Adeptus Mechanicus. God, the 2011 Honda Civic.
Yes, that's literally what he said. man.
up!
The 2011 Honda Civic.
so is it any wonder people are afraid of technology? Technology.
The
I was
Adeptus
trying to hear that, man. Fuck.
Mechanicus. The Adeptus Mechanicus are a technophile cult on Mars. Now, these people are a little bit weird because they don't actually
little?
really believe in the Emperor of Mankind. And you might think, oh, whoa, Bricky, that sounds like some heresy. A little bit. They believe in the Emperor. They believe in his power, but they don't pray to him. They pray to something called the Omnissiah. And the Omnissiah is this kind of machine god that they believe permeates in all machines. And if you think, well, wait a minute, they believe in a different god as well? That sounds like super heresy. Well, yes-ish. But
Yes-ish.
they also make all your guns, and they make all your tanks, and they make everything that you have. So you can't really tell them to fuck off because you're not going to win nothing if you don't got stuff to shoot people with. See, they're on the Messiah. At least makes sense.
I agree with the dialogue. His delivery sucks.
Their standpoint. They believe it to be a deity that permeates through all machines. Your Honda Civic,
I'll tell you about something that permeates all through your mom.
Oh my god.
your standard bolt gun, your Dune Strider Walker, your giant mechs, your huge ships. The Omnissiah is present through all. And the only reason your stuff works is because the machine spirit in it says it works. If you want your gun to work, your tank to run, you must pray to it. And I mean full stop. You need to start chanting in high Gothic. You need to burn incense. You need to sit on your knees and pray to that car. You need to rub oil on your
Yup.
Full stop. If you want your damn thing to work, if you want your gun to fire, you need to do that. They are very bizarre, and they actually have a bit of a point because it's obviously working. And if you look at them, I don't know how that works. So they obviously know something about what they're doing. The most notable member of the Adeptus Mechanicus is Magos, whatever, Belisarius called. Look at this dude. Look at this dude.
This dude's evil as fuck.
Yeah. This is the group we're talking about. These are these weirdos. Here, the Omnissian Creed. The credo, Omnissiah.
Fredo?
There is no truth in flesh, only betrayal.
Fettuccine?
There is no strength in flesh, only weakness. There is no constancy in flesh, only decay. There is no certainty in flesh, but death. Flesh is weakness. Flesh is death. The Omnissiah is the god of the machines. And if you wish to be whole, if you wish to be holy, if you wish to give unto him, you must saw down your limbs and remove your organs and replace them with mechanical parts, because that is what he wants, and that is how you become enlightened. Hard technophiles mixed with religious extremism. Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, for their army side of things, they are with the
Okay, that was another one of his
very
articulate moments. Good on him.
Different kinds of vehicles, tanks, and different people in between. They're very weird, but they have extremely wacky and enjoyable, and in fact quite effective, both in the real game and in the lore, weaponry and gear. Overall, as an army on the tabletop, they're very weird and have a whole bunch of different shenanigans.
Damn, a whole
But if you
army
like
had your
that
mom on a
working
tabletop?
Oh my.
I think I'm a pickup. Hell, they're so paranoid. I gotta keep going. They're so paranoid and crazy. These Dune Striders you see right here, one guy was able to make them work. One guy, and he died. And they're so scared they'll never work again that they keep them on and they never turn them off. And they run around in a circle the whole time until they need them, and then they corral it and they go to battle. Yep. The Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, if you want to talk about fate,
Adeptus Mechanicus.
let's talk about the Sisters of Battle.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The
You're gonna get an
Sisters of
erection.
Battle of the Adeptus Sororitas, if that's how I pronounce it correctly, is an all-female group of battle sisters
Fuck
going
yeah.
through the ecclesiarchy section of the Imperium. The ecclesiarchy is, of course, the church. This is, imagine a private army of the church, which is scary, and it is. The sisters are an extremely
Which is scary,
zealous force,
and it is.
and they take this to a full extreme. They believe in three main things: faith, martyrdom, and fire. Through the bolter, the flamer, and the melta, the Sisters of Battle are extremely potent at taking out chaos and heretics. Mainly heretics, because as they are a fighting section of the ecclesiarchy church, that's the big thing they want to kill. Any form of heretic will face the Emperor's justice through those three main weapons: the bolter, the flamer, and the melta, and they will do so with extreme prejudice.
Here's how you survive in Warhammer
They're the
40K.
closest things we have to
Name your
justice
dick
system.
Big
That's
E,
fucking
so that all the
hardcore
bitches have to
stuff.
pray to
They
it.
carry holy fire on them and sigils all across their armor. Their main battle tank is a fucking pipe organ missile launcher. They have
That's
small
fucking
babies
metal as
that they
fuck.
have, like,
by the way.
removed their brain capacity to make them little servant cherubs to fly around and give them ammunition and shit. They drop churches.
Wait. Hang on. What was the intro to that?
Right? They have a tank is a fucking pipe organ missile launcher. They have small babies that they have, like, removed their brain capacity to make them little servant cherubs to fly around and give them ammunition and shit.
Yo,
They
that's like
drop
metal as fuck, but like in an evil way.
From low
Yes.
as mini drop pods
Yeah.
battles
Somebody went to a Catholic school.
into battles, and they blare war hymns and holy music from their frigates in low atmosphere and shower holy water across the battlefield. These are the people you are dealing with, and they're fucking awesome. They can literally stave off demons.
Damn, dude, why would you put a picture of your mom on screen like that, bro? That's fucked up.
Because their faith is that strong. The warp also manifests in your mind. All of your emotions, negative and positive, go warp. It's the immaterium, the place of all things. So if you are
You mean the
that
inside of your mom's
mentally
vagina?
mentally strong, you can stave off horrifying demons. And all these girls are
You know, really though, what I'm doing there is I'm saying this dude is like actually like Wolverine Chuck Norris because he came out of there and survived.
Right.
Yeah, which I can't unsee anymore. I gotta say, I like
That's-
their design. I think they're extremely cool. They're another army that I'm currently collecting. They just released a whole new line of figures very recently, and they look wonderful.
Released a whole
Everything
new line of
from
my
Cersei,
mom.
the lying saint from
Do you mean his mom?
Catherine, which is literally a funeral procession as a model.
Yeah, Freudian slip.
This shit is the most over-the-top badassery in a lot of the Warhammer universe. And God damn it, is it over the top? But
Freudian slip.
So cool.
Like this
While
guy.
the guards are cool faction. By Bolter Shell, Flamer Burst, and Melta Blast, the mutant, the heretic, and the traitor alike are cleansed of their sin of existence. So it has been for 5 millennia, so shall it be until the end of time. And speaking of burning demons, the Grey Knights are the first army I actually collected back in 7th edition. The Grey Knights are a super secretive and much more old school look at power armored knights, except they are all psychers. All of them have that crazy space magic magician shit. For every 100,000 guardsmen, there's one Grey
Damn,
Knight.
that guy's
For
purity
every
sealed to
10,000
fuck.
Sisters of Battle, there's one Grey Knight. For every 1,000 Space Marines, there's one Grey Knight. Grey Knights are the strongest of the strong, both in mental will and absolute just strength. These are Space Marines that are all high-level psychers, all of them able to specifically do one goal, and that is kill demons. The Emperor believed that the demons of chaos were the #1 threat to the Imperium, and he probably is right.
Yo, are we just gonna not talk about how huge Big E's nose is? Like that dude doesn't have a nose; he has a schnoz.
A schnoz.
Like that
Yes.
dude, like you
Be
know
like,
how much cocaine.
Here's his nose, and
at
then
one
his
time.
face.
Caitlin,
What?
do you know how much cocaine he could fit up that nose at one time?
A lot.
All of it, Kate. Now, what were you
Like,
saying?
all of it at the same time. I said it's like he doesn't even have a face. He has a nose, and then like the thing that is just holding his nose.
What if Big E was his nose all along?
Plot twist.
However, this group is entirely based
Have to
on
fix
coming from
Because
the
it's have like
planet
Shyamalan
where the
plot
moon
twist,
of
you get it.
Titan in the Sol system, the Grey Knights are thrown through extremely rigorous training and are as clear of mind and soul as they possibly can be. Since the demons of the warp are the warp and your mind projects to the warp, people can go insane very fast, especially lower level psychers. These Grey Knights need to be able to harness the warp in the presence of demons and stay perfectly sane. One of the characters, one of my favorite characters, is named Captain Bro. He has a demon
Yeah, they're
blade,
beginners.
black blade
They'll get to
of
the more
Bahamut,
advanced stuff later.
and he has to have it on him because it tempts nearby.
Good morning.
Use my power, use my strength, suck my penis, whatever the possibility. And so
Wait.
he
Wait.
Joke?
everyone nearby, constantly beckoning them. Use my power, use my strength, suck my penis. Whatever
He did.
on him. All the time, he whispers to him consistently, and he has to stave it off forever, being alone in his chambers or on the battlefield, because anyone who gets too close to it might be tempted a little too hard. He is that pure of heart and mind, and all the characters in the Grey Knights are basically like that. The only issue is that the Grey Knights have a scorched earth policy, more ways than one. If they're fighting demons, demons corrupt and make people crazy. So if I'm a guardsman and I'm fighting demons and the Grey Knights arrive and they kill all the demons, I'm a risk. And so guess who's not making it out of there? On the tabletop, they're very strike fast, strike hard kind of people. They teleport all around the place. They are fast strike groups, small amounts of models because they're so dang strong. You only have so many characters, but with it, you get in there, you're very tough, very tanky, you hit really hard, and you try to bounce around the battlefield quickly, but you don't have numbers, and so every dead Grey Knight hits really damn hard. They're fun, though, if you like that kind of fast striking kind of army. Oh, and also, Caldor Drago is a thing. Where I do get into Caldor Drago. All right, that is, oh my goodness gracious.
But Caldor Drago got into your mom.
Spear in his hand. Though we are lost, I am the shield on his arm. I am the flight of his arrows. I am the hammer. I am the sword. I am the shield. I am a soldier at the battle at the end of time. Grey Knights are pretty hardcore. They are as holy as you can get for a space marine.
Not as
Space
holy
Marines,
as your
you
mom.
know that they're holy. Grey Knights. Now, if you want to be holier and big, let's talk Imperial Knights. Do you like gigantic walkers the size of homes or medium-sized buildings? Do you want to kill heretics, but you want to kill like 40 of them per turn? Do you want a gigantic old-school knight noble house style of walkers with giant chainsaw arms? Then you got Imperial Knights. Imperial Knights, it's not a whole lot to talk about them because they're just gigantic walkers, but they have this old-school like house feel to them, like literally like they're houses. Each Imperial Knight comes from a house, and each of them act in their own special way. These behemoth of walkers also destroy almost everything in their path, killing full swaths of squads in a couple shots, stepping on legions of troops. Like, these things do not mess around. And they look so
That was a dope ass
Imperial
animation
Knights
I was
and
just
Chaos
looking at.
Knights, actually, for that
Yeah.
matter. Not a whole lot to discuss. They're just super big walkers, and they look different depending on the house or chaos god you currently believe in. And overall, these things are just really cool if you want to murder everything in your path. With a big, scary, big unit of Warhammer, and if you want to collect those,
That's what your
pick
mom
the great
called my
units.
cock.
Let's think about a little bit different, a little more.
The big, scary, big unit.
Are regular. Space Marines are super soldiers. Grey Knights are super soldiers. The Adeptus Custodes are super soldiers cubed. The Adeptus Custodes are the third major army I own. I know 3 armies. I know I got carried away. Okay, but that's all. I only have 3. Okay.
That's right, nerd.
Final brand of Space Marines, but these ones are super special. Okay, if a guardsman is 6 foot, a Space Marine is 7 feet, a custodian is 8 feet. These are the giant defenders of Holy Terra, which is also Earth. Earth is Terra. Earth, Terra.
We know.
These are the
Yep.
who literally guard the Emperor.
Some of us were paying attention in Latin class.
These boys protect the Emperor at all times and are literally like.
Which honestly makes 40K a lot
They're not
easier to
humans
understand.
brought up by geniuses.
Yes.
These are all handcrafted super soldiers. I think from a tube. These behemoths of men are like 8 feet, 8.5 feet tall, and functionally immortal. They stand still, spear in hand, for hundreds of years without the need to sleep and barely even the need to eat, watching over the throne room and every other area of Holy Terra for their entire purpose in life. And oh my lord, are they terrifying. These custodians put Space Marines to shame. If you liked your super soldiers into your super mega soldiers, one of these men can take on probably 3 Space Marines and most likely win. There are many different groups of custodians as well, like the Solar Watch, or there's also one of my personal favorite, the Aquilian Shield. The Aquilian Shield go out to seemingly unimportant individuals and protect them. They believe that they are going to be doing something very important in their lives. For instance, to say a regular guardsman.
Also, why is he wearing MC Hammer pants?
Right.
Because that guardsman will.
That's what I was wondering.
Or something like
But
that.
I mean, then again, he was wearing a skirt earlier.
Are almost always out.
Was he
And
wearing
heels.
fishnets at one point?
These
I think so. And heels.
horrifying, both on the tabletop as well as in the lore. There are very few of them, however. There's actually an extremely small amount of them. But that's kind of the point. There's only so many of these people that can have war gear this strong, weapons this powerful, and training this good. And the custodians have all three of it. For 100 years, I stood my watch amidst the somber shadows of the Sanctum Imperialis. I was still as a statue, but always ready, always attuned to dangers unseen. Days, months, years passed by in a frenzied blur beyond those walls, yet within, little moved and nothing changed. For 100 years, I did not but wait, yet had any threat appeared, I would have struck it down in a heartbeat. For 100 years, I stood my watch, and as it ends, I can tell you this: patience is a weapon. The custodians are
That is
the
terrifying.
top dogs of the Imperium, and they hurt just that same way. Though I do want to discuss a little bit about the Sisters of Silence.
Now that is a mind to be reckoned with.
Before we get out of here, because the Sisters of Silence I also have a few of, and they're really fun, but they don't get enough attention. These kind of bald plume ladies are a whole group of pariahs, or also known as blanks. We'll be referring to them as blanks from now on. So as every mind is somewhat connected to the warp, these blanks are a genetic mutation that has it suppressed heavily. Because of that mind suppression, normal people feel this weird, like, uncomfortable nature when around them. When a Sister of Silence walks past them, you feel ill. You feel just uncomfortable and strange. So most of them...
Why is he calling them blanks?
Because once they are birthed, they're, well, killed or something at a very young age, because they just emit a horrifying aura. These ladies, however, are guardians of the throne as well for more psychic threats. See, none of the custodians are psychers, so they have a difficult time dealing with major demons and other kinds of psychic phenomena. These sisters are extremely specialized in it. All of them taking a vow of silence, as they don't speak, hence the term Sisters of Silence, but they communicate through hand gestures and things of that nature. But if there's a demon issue, if there's any kind of warp-based problem, the sisters are extremely adept at dealing with them, thanks to their blank gene. They normally work a lot of time with the custodians because they have to deal with both kinds of threats, but they're not represented that way on the tabletop. In fact, they only have like one real model for them, which is very unfortunate. I hope they'll get some news soon, because I think they should really be working together as it is that way in the lore, but hopefully we'll get there soon. But if we're talking about blanks, let's talk assassins. It's been a long video. We're about to round it out. We got this and one more human thing, and then we're done. The assassins, though, the Officio Assassinorum. Oh boy, these people are deadly. Yeah, they're called assassins. They should be, but oh man, these people will mess you up. So these are from the Officio Assassinorum, a very special.
What is happening?
What the fuck is he dreaming about? Fucking dog.
Organization, and they are handpicked by the Grand Master of the Officio Assassinorum from the Scola Progenia. It's basically an orphan school. Your parents got murdered by demons or something. You get sent to this, and you get trained to be whatever. Tempestus Drop Troop, an Inquisitor, maybe even. Maybe you get a blank gene and you get thrown into the Sisters of Silence, or sometimes you just disappear. When you are taken, however, you go to one of 4 temples, because the Assassinorum works in a temple style of things. These temples are the Vindicare, Caluxus, Calidus, and Eversword temples. Let's start with the Vindicare. I'm far away. I've been sitting here for 3 weeks. Poof! Vindicare Temple is the main sniper-based temple. Gigantic sniper rifles for all these assassins. Their whole point is to be able to be in a spot and sit there, eye and scope, for weeks, waiting for their perfect target, taking people out from literal miles away after extremely long time periods. The Vindicare Temple is about precise, perfect aim. There have been reports of Vindicares being able to single out particular body parts from over 2-3 miles away. Temples in the head, the jugular, for instance, and been sitting there after weeks. And when they're ready, take that shot. Time is done. Packs them up. The Calidus Temple, however, is a lot more about shape-shifting and deviant art. It's mostly a female-based one, or at least it seems to be, and this allows a lot of body augmentation for certain individuals to be able to kind of transmorph themselves and infiltrate areas that are promised. These assassins will end up taking missions that take them years, 2-3 years, to infiltrate a heretical group and slowly work their way up, just to get enough time to put a bullet into the main target's head and then escape unharmed, or become the main target and sabotage it from within. These are all completely about deception, mind tricks, polymorphing, and everything in between, and lots of drawings, lots of Eversort Temple, just kind of disturbing one. The Eversort Temple is about when you live friend or foe. An Eversor is psychologically conditioned with to only feel violence, hatred, and anger. It does the Clockwork Orange style of thing of just making you forced to watch never-ending pain and misery and psycho conditioning, I guess is the term. And then they pump you full of tons of psychedelic drugs and they cryo freeze you. And then they drop you in an area where they just want to make sure everything is dead. And then you defrost full of just all this insane, mind-boggling psychotherapy and psychedelic drugs. And you just go to town. Yeah, if you don't care if anyone comes back alive. You're like, all right, lost cause, send them in. Finally, there's the most bizarre temple, the Calyxus Temple. The Calyxus assassins are feared even among the other temples. So the blank gene, the people will go to the Calyxus Temple with this as well. And this is where they can harness that to be massively anti-psycho or even just anti-regular. They are seen with extreme fear.
Or you just anti-regular people.
They're described by the Eldar by quote as being pure evil. Imagine that uncomfortable feeling from that blank gene I mentioned, and then imagine them being taught and given equipment to amplify it by 100. If normally regular people feel uncomfortable, now they are basically akin to being a siren wailing directly in your ear. And if you're a psyker, oh no, the sheer presence of a Calyxus assassin is enough for you to tear your skin off. You will rather gouge your eyes out and rip your nails off than even being near this person. The Calyxus assassin is when you want psychers to literally lose their minds, and they will go on their knees and ask you to gun them down because it is a suitable choice over being anywhere near you. The motto of that temple is that which is unknown and unseen.
It's pretty badass.
Commands the greatest fear. Now, for the tabletop, assassins aren't that special. You can call them in no matter what Imperium faction you are, and they do a lot of work for themselves, but at the same time, they're very specialized and require a lot of finesse. And they work the way you generally want them to, though. You want to cause some distortion and weird stuff, you take a Calidus. You want to just murder swaths of infantry and then blow up Eversor. You want to kill that one guy, Vindicare, and if you have a lot of psychers, Calyxus. It's a nice little, like, jack of all trades if you have a specific thing you want to kill. And you get to choose which, which is really fun. But
You
now,
can choose
let's
which,
talk
which
about
is
the last two factions, which allow us to
every
go out
serial
before we do
killer
part two.
ever.
The Inquisition. We have a lot to talk about with them. Oh boy. Well, with the Inquisition. Take every secret police.
The evil
you can
parts.
think of.
But that doesn't narrow it down at all.
Nope.
FBI, any of these kinds of people. And then mark it up by about 10 and give them the most power in the entire Imperium. No, you know what? How about this? This right here. It's not just a quote. This is the Imperial motto. The motto of the Inquisition. I apologize for my bad pronunciation. Innocentia nihil probat. Innocence means nothing. The most powerful organization in the Imperium, the secret police, their #1 motto is innocence proves nothing. The Inquisition goes around like the secret police or like detectives to find issues in the Imperium. And they have different ordos depending on which one we're talking about. The Ordo Hereticus, the Ordo Xenos, the Ordo Malleus, for instance, and a whole bunch of other ones. Hereticus is obvious, they deal with heretics. Xenos tries to find alien threats, and Malleus is demons. They all have different specializations in what they're trying to go for as this Inquisitor. And that's what they're called, Inquisitors. Each of them, as an Inquisitor, has their own free reign to do as they wish. They may have a ship and a crew, and they go out to find problems and interrogate people a lot. They are above the law in every department over Space Marines. Now, the Space Marines might argue against them and stuff, and there might be a lot of blowback, but technically they are above them as Inquisitors. They are looking to investigate and figure out coups and cults and demonic incursions and possible Xenos issues like gene stealers or a new threat coming into an area. They're about learning that stuff and actually do detective work. And memes aside, they're pretty good at it. The Inquisition having all of this power does make them a little bit power hungry and frantic sometimes. And yes, it is still a bad thing, but most of them are pretty good at their job. And they spend a lot of time being very diligent to make sure that all of these leads they follow are proper and correct. They're basically space detectives with just enormous power and sometimes a bit of a power complex. And we haven't even talked about Exterminatus yet. Exterminatus. Is deeming a planet unfit to be saved. I deem that this planet is demon infested, and taking it back will cost too many resources and is not worth it. I have now committed Exterminatus on this planet. I will now sign the death warrant of an entire Imperium planet, as it is unfit to take and better to be destroyed than allow the enemy to hold it. This can mean saturation bombardment. This can mean cracking the planet's core and breaking it apart. Doesn't matter. Render this planet inhospitable to all life. Yes, the innocence proves nothing people are the only people who can choose this planet must die in its entirety. Yeah, you're playing the villain. Now it is a lot, but most of Exterminatus. Exterminatus is a very crazy thing. There's only so many worlds.
But that's always more fun.
You want to destroy all of them. Now, naturally, with the memes aside, there are some people who are a little bit rough on this one. But most Inquisitors generally don't like options.
Sir, someone sneezed. Exterminatus.
Oh my god. He said definitely not gay.
In your army, you like it?
Wait, what?
Yeah, back it up. Definitely not gay for Celestine.
Are unfortunately not represented on the tabletop very much. You generally kind of put one in your army. You like it. You have a couple special options there and some side content, but they're not really.
Wait, where did you say that?
They need a lot more.
That was the text on the screen.
But it is
Where?
but most Inquisitors generally don't like to do Exterminatus a ton, but it is an option they have. And it's a crazy option.
Oh.
Secret Police Inquisition are unfortunately not represented on the tabletop very much. You generally kind of put one in your army. You like it. You have a couple special options there and some side content, but they're not really fleshed out very well. And personally, they need a lot more stuff put in there, and they really need a lot more effort put into them. They're not quite where I want them to be. Overall, the Inquisition makes for a lot of the best storytelling as well, because it's a little bit hard to talk about a big story of a whole bunch of Space Marines killing something, right? It's just a big battle story. It's not as interesting. Having that intrigue and that moral dilemma that an Inquisitor has makes for a lot better media. And honestly, the more people do it, I think it's better, because then it adds a little more humanity to the Warhammer horrible grim darkness. And wow, we just finished Humans. All right, come back for part 2 when we talk about Chaos and Xenos, because we got to talk about the 4 Chaos Gods and all the Chaos Marine legions and the Tau and the Necrons and the Orcs, and oh boy, we got a lot. I'll see you in part 2.
I don't know. How's he gonna do that in one more video? That's like a 2-hour video.
I know.
All right. We'll see how he does it in part 2. I don't actually think those things about your mom, Bricker. Sorry, bro.